Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everybody. I'm Rafa, and for those who don't know me, tell you that I'm one of the CPOs and one of the sales manager at Rodin 4D. I want to thank once again for your presence in the webinar today. We are really excited to see the number of people who are attending all of our webinars. Today I can see again that the room is completely full. So thank you very much on behalf of the entire Rodin 4D team for being here with us. Today we are going to dedicate it to those who are starting to use our Neo software and all those who are curious to see how it works. I'm going to show you how to use a scanned file obtained with the structure sensor through our Captevia app. Remember that this application is free and you can download it from the Apple Store. Once the scan file has been converted into Rodin 4D form, I will start showing you the operation of some of the tools and functionalities of our Neo software. I want to remind you that if you have any doubts or questions, you should contact us through this platform. By clicking on the question button you can see on the top right part of your screen, or sending us an email to info@rodin4d.com. If you want to contact directly with me, send an email to rafa@rodin4d.com. From there, we will answer all your questions. So then, let's start to play with Neo. So I have already the Captevia file I got using the structure sensor with the iPad. I sent through email and I download, and I have right now on my desktop. So doing 2 times left button click, the system will open automatically the Neo software. You can see that in this Captevia file we have different scans, but I will use the last one. In this case, the doctor asked to rectify only the lordosis, but I will give you some tips and tricks to control the antepulsion of the shoulders. I want to create a new patient. I want to select this folder, the one Rodin 4D, okay, and here I want to create the patient. Close, and after go on the top right corner to the patient folder, and the system show you already create the patient, and this is the Captevia file. I want to select the last one and I want to extract. You can see that now the scan we have already here, and now I want to directly to create a Rodin 4D form. This is a TLSO, okay. Now I need to align, so with the right button I turn in this view till I can see here the good front view. I want to align according the axis, so in this part on the neck is out, so probably we will have some problems, so I think this position is much better. I want to turn a little bit like this, everything is okay, so next. And now the system will convert in a Rodin 4D form. Remember that we had the problem of the arms, so we need to resolve these small problems, but it's not a big problem. I want to reduce a little bit the top part, reducing the value of the top section, okay, and everything is okay, and I click on finish. I want to open the Rodin 4D form, and the first thing I need to do is to start to remove everything, but to be sure where is the axilla and waist and everything, I want to import the scan. So I go here, I select the CPV because I can see the marks and everything. Open. And now I want to to turn. I think it's more or less okay. And you can see I am looking here in the cross section where I have the blue line. I can understand that the scan is more posterior, so I want to move more anterior. I think it's perfect. Okay, so now I want to apply the transparency because I want to see only the scan. So I click on the tool panel and I select this value, I want to use this functionality. If you have not on the custom bar, probably you have on the landmarks, this one. So I want to put, for example, the blue line on the axilla level, and I want to add a level. Okay, click outside to deactivate the level. Now I want to see the lateral view, because here I have the waist mark. Okay, and I want to add a new level outside, and this is normally this is the ASIS, and we have not the trojante, but in this case the rectification I will to apply, probably the back part of the brace will finish approximately here. So I will put one level a little bit lower, approximately here, to have only reference. So I click here to add a new level. Okay, and that's all. So now I don't need the insert, I don't need the scan, so I click on the insert button and I deactivate. Okay, so let's start to smooth and prepare everything. With the basic tools, I will use the carve saw. So with the carve saw, I want to leave the space for the soldiers, because after we want to control it. So double click outside to finish. You decide if you want to turn a little bit. I click on it on the plane to cut. Okay, I want to apply the symmetry, so the system gives me the same line, and after I want to modify a little bit according to this shape. I think it's more or less okay. And I turn and I cut. Okay, I want to restart, and after I will cut this part. And double click to finish and click on it. Okay, I don't want to see these colors, so I click on base to remove it. Now I want to use the rasp, because with the rasp I want to use the normal to smooth up and removing material in the axillas. So I control the top part of my contour, I turn a little bit, and again the green color is where I am adding material and the red color is where I am removing material. Now I want to remove material only here to remove the wrinkles. Okay, probably here we have more wrinkles. I think it's okay. I want to use a new normal in this part because I forgot before. Okay, this part, perfect, and this part also. Okay, and now I want to add material only in the shoulders to have a smooth surface. Okay, I forgot I can use it the last one to add material, for example here. Okay, so I don't want to see this window, so I click on it. Okay, so this is my scan already smooth. When I use the blue line and the cross section, you can see the original shape in red color, but now I want to say the system to show me here this shape like reference. That means I want to see this shape in red color here. So I go to the last one of my list and use as reference. Okay, I want to lock the front view. So now I want to use the balance to apply the symmetry 100%. Okay, perfect. And now I want to start to rectify. In this case I want to rectify only the lordosis, but after we will see what we can do in the top part. Okay, so this is the lateral view. I want to start using the sift with 3 levels. I will put one level here, the second one here, and the third one probably here, anterior, posterior, and I want to start to rectify. Okay, I think we can leave something like this. Okay, perfect. I want to save it. Okay, now I want to control the volume because I don't want to reduce. So in the measurement tool you can use this functionality to control the volume, for example from the top yellow line to this one, and I want to activate this functionality, who will advise me if there is differences. Okay, at this moment it's 0% because there is no differences. If during the process you will see that I reduce, you will see red colors. If I increase the volume, you will see here green color. So now I want to start to rectify the left part. So I use the area tool and I want to start to draw the contour. This is according like you want. There is people that they go more down, but this is only to do an example. Okay, the crest exactly start on the waist level. I want to finish. I want to see from the bottom part, and I start to apply a pressure of approximately 18 millimeters. You can see that this transition is not very good, so I click this vertex to modify here. I think it's okay. This one a little bit. I want to turn to see the anterior part. I want to start to reduce from this part, probably more. This one, okay, and this one, something like this. Okay, perfect. I want to activate this button to see the contour because this contour is my reference to draw the next one. In this case I want to leave the lateral part of the pelvic completely open because we need to control from the anterior and posterior. Now I want to use a new area tool. I will start, for example, from here. Something like this. Okay, finish. And after the crest, I want to put approximately at this level. Okay, and okay. Probably we can, I want to finish the edge. Okay, I want to move more these dots. I think it's okay. And now I want to increase to apply the amplitude. At the end I will cut the thermoplastic over here, but I prefer to give more space. Okay, now I want to start to reduce this value because it's a very big. Probably I can put, I don't know, 5. In this case I want to reduce more, something like this. I think it's okay. Probably this one I can reduce a little bit. Okay, and now here we want to reduce a little bit. I think it's more or less okay. So I want to save it. Now this part is not important for me because the thermoplastic I will cut for here, but I want to smooth this part with the basic tools. The rasp, the circle only remove, so I want to remove material only here. It's important to turn to see very good the shape. You can see red color because I am smoothing only, removing material. I want to add material in this part to avoid problems of the vertebrae. So I want to click here, only add. I want to use this brass, sorry, and I want to increase a little bit. I want to reduce. Okay. Now probably with this one I can add material in this area. Okay, so for me this is okay. Now there is one tool named Reflect. I have already here. If you cannot see in your custom bar, you must go to advanced tools, and you have here. So the reflect we apply, in this case the system by default has activated this button, but if you change, then you can apply the symmetry very fast. Okay, so now I want to start to control. The original shape was this one, so I want to control how many degrees of lordosis we had. Is 55.1. You can see on the top part. Let me put something like this and something like this. Exactly, it's 55.1. So at this moment I reduce until 36, but we will reduce more. Okay, now I want to start to apply pressure on the abdomen with the basic tools and the curved saw. So I will start from here. Double click outside, and after you decide if you want to modify a little bit more. For me it's important in this case to apply a pressure using this direction. So probably it's okay. I click on it. I don't want to see the red color, so I click on base, and after with the rasp I want to use only remove to remove and remove. Okay, now I don't want to see, and probably with other one I will use the normal, because now I want to add and remove material at the same time. So I don't like this part, so I want to undo one step, and probably I need to reduce a little bit. Okay, I want to save it, and now you can see the shape is much better. You can apply complete smoothing. So now the shape is much better, and now I want to control the volume. If you deactivate the last lines I used to rectify the crest and everything, you can see that at this step, when I use the shift, I didn't reduce the volume, because with the shift tool you keep the volume. But in this case, with this and this, is when I apply this pressure, I want to move to the top to understand how much I reduce the volume. So now I want to compensate, reducing more the lordosis with the reduce tool. So I use the reduce tool, 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, posterior, and after you can see it is in red color, so it means that, let me click on it. Okay, I think it's much better. And let me look now. The volume is between this point and this point, is more or less okay. Okay, so I want to leave something like this, and after I will build up on the axillas, the ML, so everything is okay. I want to check this part because this surface is not very good for me, but with the normal I can smooth very good. And after probably I will use radius to check. No, I think the surface is perfect. I want to move this one. It's not necessary, but in this case I want to do it. And after I want to activate all the lines I have already here. Perfect. Okay, you can see that at this moment we start with the 55.1 we had at the beginning, and now we have approximately 22, you can see on the top right corner, 22.1 degrees. If it's okay for you, you can leave like this. Okay, so now the rectification is done, and I want to show you how you can draw the trim lines. So in the trim lines, in case you want to send to the Victor robot, mill the positive, thermomolding, and after put on the robot to cut the thermoplastic. So in this case you can use the trim lines. Okay, I want to move this line here. I want to add 2 vertices and 2 more. This one I want to leave something like this. This one I take from here. Okay, new level, posterior part, this one like this, and 2 more vertices approximately like this. I want to leave the scapulas. Let me put this one here, and probably this one we can bring to here. I think it's more or less okay. Perfect. Now I want to draw the lower limit. So here I want to start moving the level to the top. More levels, more levels, more levels, more dots, sorry. dots. Okay, this one I want to leave approximately here. This is my reference. I told you that normally you don't need to go too down. Probably we can move a little bit higher. Okay, and now this one I want to move till here, probably like this. And now I want to add more vertices. Okay, and after this is up to you if you want to leave rounded or if you want to do something like this. Okay, so I think for me it's okay. I want to now to show you how we can flare the trim lines. So with the radius tool, I want to put 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. Start from the top. In this case, I don't need to do. Anyway, I want to repeat the process. Click on the level, right button, create the level from a trim line, the higher. So this is the higher level. I want to move till here. Right button to activate the symmetrical building, because I want to move this a little bit more anterior, so at the same time I will move this one. So with this one or this one I can live approximately with the same distance. Okay, and now I go to the second level, this one, and I want to live exactly where I have the red line. So I need to activate right button, create the level from the higher limit, and I leave this here. I need to activate this one, again the same process, and now this one I want to move lower because I want to start to flare from this level to the second one. Okay, now I want to leave something like this, and now I want to say the system add material all around the shape, for example 4 millimeters. So you can see that the system, you will see now better, if I deactivate and activate, you can see that I flare 4 millimeters. I want to repeat the same process in the anterior part, but in this case I want to flare only the anterior part. So 1, 2, and 3. Now I will start from the bottom part. This one I don't need to convert. The second one I will convert, and I will leave exactly where the trim line. In this case I will use the lower, and after this level convert with the lower limit, and this one I want to move more higher. Okay, and now I want to use the radius in the anterior part because I want to flare only this part. Okay, I think this is enough. So perfect. I want to first remember that I was smoothing a little bit, and probably the shape is not symmetric. You can see that there is some imperfections here. So again, with the basic tools, the rasp and normal, I want to I want to smooth a little bit this area. Okay, and now I want to apply the complete smoothing to smooth all the shape. I think it's enough. Okay, if you want to draw the line, if you want to open in the anterior part, I click on it, I put the line, and after I use the grid like a reference to put this dot exactly in the middle, and this dot exactly in the middle. Okay, I forgot to apply the balance again in case you want to apply symmetry, in case there is some imperfection. It's not the case, but anyway. So now if you go to the Trimlines and you click on it, you can see, wait a minute, if I click, yes, it's not in the front view, Trimlines, this one, I want to leave like this and like this, perfect. Okay, and now you can see the brace. So I want to click here to create an insert. So now you can see the brace and the insert. Okay, like I told you at the beginning, in this case, the doctor prescribed only to rectify the lordosis. We can see that there is not a big antepulsion on the shoulders. But also you can prepare, for example, I want to reduce a little bit the anterior part with 3 levels, 1, 2 and 3, and anterior, and I want to reduce a little bit. Okay, I think it's okay. In many cases, when I have kyphosis here, of course I need to rectify, I need to put the pads in the apex, and also I need to use the bend tool to rectify the lordosis, control the shoulders and everything, and I can make a brace like this, but with the brace goes through here, but exists other technique that many of you probably use, is to put a metallic bar with joints. So it should be something like this. For example, if you, only to show you, if I go to insert and I click on file, I will import library form for the bars. Let me think, where is it? I think it's here, I think is here. Okay, and now it's shoulders, I think the size M is okay. And I want to open. Okay, so now I need to turn. Okay, something like this, probably it's okay. I want to use the blue line to be sure that the position is okay. I want to see from the lateral view, and I want to move more posterior. Okay, let me see, and a little bit more anterior. Okay, so this is the thing we want to do. Probably, let me try, because probably we can something like this. Okay, so in a real case, normally I mill the red part with the robot die cut, where I have the trim lines, and after, yes, I take from my facility the metallic bars with the joint to fix over here, and you can control very good. For example, with the joint you can control the antepulsion or not. In this case I think it's not necessary, but only it's a sample to show you how we can rectify. If you want to see something like this, okay. So this is this should be the process. Let me deactivate everything to show you clearly. Let me go here and go here or go here. So this is one of many possibilities to rectify this type of pathology. Here you can see the original shape, and the final shape. That's all. I forgot to explain you that in these cases I prefer, let me undo the last steps. This is the radius, okay, the balance done. So in this case, where is this one and this one? Okay, in a real case, we apply pressure, we control from the anterior and posterior, and sometimes there is people that they prefer to increase the ML at the axilla, so you can do something like this. Sorry, 3 levels, 1, 2 and 3 diameters mediolateral, and you can do something like this. For example, 1.5 should be great. Okay, so in this case I want to leave here, and after I want to activate all the things, basic tools, complete smoothing, balance, and this one. Okay, and now again I want to create a new insert, export, no, insert. I have already the insert here and the shoulders like this. Okay, and after, let me move more anterior, or you can, if you want, don't forget that you can activate it, and you can, in this case, probably if we put 0.05 should be great. Okay, and after, if you want to be more aggressive, you can, but normally this rectification I apply when I fit the lower part of the brace on the patient, and I put the metallic bars on the patient, and I can control exactly how much I want to control the shoulders. So that's all. I hope you understand everything. I hope you like it, and of course don't hesitate to contact us if you need more help. Sorry, I forgot to show you one really nice tool is the pilot tool. For example, you can use for many rectification, but in this case it's interesting. The process, you can see, is very fast. I spent a lot of time because I was explaining you everything, but it's really fast and simple. But with this tool I want to show you, let me open my libraries and examples. You have where is it, this one, probably many of you saw in the past, but this is really interesting. With the pilot tool, imagine that we have one shape like this with lordosis, kyphosis. So the pilot tool, you can see here, is a folder where you can put inside some tools to synchronize all together. So in this case I use the elongation to elongate from the waist to the axilla. I am thinking that in the rectification that I did for you, I forgot to elongate, and this is important because, you know, when you rectify the spine, you should increase the length. But now I want to show you, I use the elongate to elongate from the axilla to the waist, and after the bend tool to rectify the kyphosis, and I use the shift to reduce the lordosis. There is inside one bend tool, but you can see with 0 value, so in this case it's the same if you activate or deactivate, it doesn't work. So when you open the pilot tool and you move the bar, you can see that you can rectify very fast. This is really amazing. It's amazing. So this is all the possibility. There is people that they develop their own template with all the steps, and after you will see in other webinars, when you have your template, you open your template, you insert the scan, you merge, and after you start to apply all the lines that you have saved in your historical window. So there is many possibilities, many ideas, and again, we are here, we want to help you. So thank you so much to be there today with us, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, bye bye.